Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the house. And this is my Halloween video. Happy Halloween! And I'm going to tell you what happened to me. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 16. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Okay, so here's what happened. I don't normally do these kinds of videos, but I thought I'd have to tell you. First, I had to cancel out, unfortunately, at Level Up Entertainment. I should be there right now from 12 to 4. But unfortunately, last night I ended up in the ER because of my foot. And you might say, whoa, what happened to your foot? Did you injure yourself? I don't freaking know. I went bowling on Tuesday, as you may recall, because I was really looking forward to a day off. So I went some bowling, but I don't think the shoes properly fit me. I had trouble with the shoes. Now normally I take like a 10.5. So I got a 10.5. There's no way I could even get it on my foot. I'm like, this can't be a 10.5. So I got the next size up, which for some reason was a different 10.5. And I tried that. I said, no, this doesn't fit either. So then I went to an 11, and I guess it fit. I mean, I got my foot in it. You know, bowling shoes are supposed to be relatively tight. And then we bowled. Now, I'm going to say that the alley either wasn't very smooth or that size 11 shoes, something wrong with them because I could not, you know how you're like supposed to, if you bowl, you know you're supposed to sort of slide out at the end of the roll, right? You're rolling the ball and you kind of, you throw it and you slide like the last foot. And that wasn't happening. I kept stopping. So I guess I hurt my foot. Now, but I didn't feel anything at that point. We bowled a couple of games. And then I put my shoes back on, my actual shoes. And then we left. And I went home and I was fine. And in fact, the next day, I had an event at Brightview. And I did that. Nothing wrong with my foot. But then later that night, I was coming out of my girlfriend's, and I'm like, oh man, my foot's really bothering me all of a sudden. And so I limped my way to the car, and I just thought, well, I must have some sort of cramp or whatever. So I got back in the car, went home, and thought, oh, this will go away. You know, you get a ache and pain. You think, this is temporary. It's going to go away. Well, it didn't go away. In fact, it got a little worse. And then I looked at my foot. I was getting ready for bed, and I'm like, my foot's kind of swollen. And then I was talking to my friend, and he's like, you should probably go to the hospital, dude. Maybe you broke your toe. I'm like, I think I would have felt it at the bowling alley if I had broken my toe. I mean, that seems like a pretty serious injury. Or even if I got a fracture. I said, no, I'm going to try to go to sleep, and hopefully I'll wake up the next morning and I'll be fine. Well, I couldn't get to sleep because no matter what position I got in, my foot was still bothering me. And then my friend had said something, which is true. He said, if you wait until tomorrow to go to the hospital, it's a minimum of 4 hours. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But then I said, well, what if I go? And by this time, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, what if I go now? If I go now, I'll probably cruise right in. There's probably nobody at the emergency room. So I limped my way into the car with some difficulty because by this time, my foot is really sore. And I had iced it, but I'm icing it now. Feels slightly better. I'm going to the foot doctor today. And I limped my way to the emergency room. And I parked in the emergency lot, but you had to walk up a flight of steps and then walk across a parking lot. It was kind of far, but I understand you had to keep the emergency entrance open because, you know, ambulances come in and stuff. So I limped my way over there, and a nice gentleman helped me into a wheelchair. And for the first time, I was like, oh, thank God, I'm in a wheelchair. And so the doctor saw me. I got an x-ray, and it all went pretty quickly, actually. Funny, that I said to the nurse, well, I thought I'd come here at 3 o'clock in the morning because there'd nobody be here. She immediately started knocking on things. And I'm like, why are you knocking on things? And they said, well, we're nurses. We're very superstitious. If somebody says we're going to have a slow night, then a bunch of people come in. I said, oh, okay. So I got x-rays, and turned out I didn't break or fracture anything. And so I got some anti-inflammatory meds. Here, I won't show them. And now I'm taking that, hoping that my foot feels better. And they gave me a boot. You ever wear the boot? So I got the boot, and I also got a pair of crutches because getting back to my car was kind of a long journey. So I needed the crutches just to get back to my car. I thought when you leave a hospital, you're supposed to get in a wheelchair and they wheel you out. Apparently that's not a law anymore. They were just like, all right, you're done. Yeah, limp your ass out of here. And I was just like, all right. I'm glad it was quick, but I thought you guys were going to wheel me out, but apparently not. Apparently that's only the regular hospital. In the ER, you leave as you came. Hurry up. No, they were very nice. I'm just kidding around, but the people at my local hospital were very nice, and they treated me well. I wasn't worried at all. They answered all my questions, and it just sucks I have to miss Halloween. I mean, after all the flacking I've been doing and all the work I've been doing across Halloween, this would have been a good day for me. And to cancel out on a gig at Halloween, I was just like, bummer. But that being said, I'll cut my own foot off if I have to get to Busby's General Store tomorrow night. Don't worry, I'm not missing that one. This is the first time. Now, I may have to sit down through my talk because I don't think I could stand up on the boot that long. My hope is between the medicine and icing my foot today, I'm going to be in much better shape tomorrow. I'll be able to load my car. I can still drive. That's the weird thing. I could totally still drive. It doesn't hurt that much to drive. But walking is like kind of painful right now. But with the boot, it helps. It straightens your foot out. And so I think I'll be able to load my car. That's my main concern. I got to load the car. I just need to, I'm going to start super early tomorrow. Like, I don't have to be at Busby's. The thing starts at 6. And I'm going to try to get there around probably 4:30, 5 o'clock, because now it's going to take me even longer to set up. But I'm going to start getting ready at 2, right? I'm going to get everything ready, everything in the car. So all I have to do is limp my sorry ass into the car, and off I go to Chatsworth. So don't worry. If they have to carry me into Busby's, I will do Busby's, because I've been setting up that one for forever. But I think I'll be better. But I really, unfortunately, because I was in the ER very late at night, from about 3 to about, I think I got out of there about quarter of 5. But I didn't get back home till 5, and then I was trying to sleep. Oh, and then here's the other thing that happened. So I was debating on whether or not to call my girlfriend, but she works and she gets up early, and I didn't want to bother her with it. And then I said, well, I definitely don't want to call my parents because they're older, and I didn't want to worry them. But they asked me they asked for contact info, so I gave the contact info. And that's, my parents. And so apparently one of the doctors thought of something to tell me, and then he tried to call me, but I was trying to go back to sleep and have my ringer off. And normally I could hear the vibration, but I couldn't hear it because I was so tired. So he gave up after a few tries and then called my parents. Now, my parents had no idea I went into the ER. So he called them at like 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. to tell them, oh, one more thing about your son that was just in the ER. And they were like, what? So, thanks for that, Doc. I was trying not to worry people. I mean, look, when you're in the hospital, or you got to take care of your health and whatnot. But I didn't see this as a I was gonna die situation. Although, guys, you're getting older. Take care of yourself. I mean, I'm 58. Things are starting to break down apparently, but I'm gonna come through it. I'm gonna come through it. Even if I have to get a robot leg, I will. I will get that robot leg, and it will be made by Tesla most likely. I'll have to get the Neuralink then. I kind of don't want it, but if I got to get a robot leg, I'll probably need it. But yeah, when stuff like this happens, you immediately start thinking of your health. Oh, did I do enough exercise? Am I eating right? That kind of thing. So I'm going to the foot doctor later today. I should be able to make all my videos. And again, I will, if I have to call an Uber or hire an ambulance, I will be at Busby's tomorrow. Just so you know, the only reason I didn't do today at Level Up, because they're just as important to me, was because I was too tired to even load the car. And but here's fingers crossed that the meds work and the doctors have good news for me. You'll be fine, you moron. Just don't go bowling anymore. You're 58 years old. What are you doing? Maybe I need a lighter ball at my old age. A lighter ball. That's what I'll do. I'll get a 12-pounder and hurl it down the alley. Anyhow, don't worry about me. I'm good. But I just wanted to apologize to anyone who planned to go see me at Level Up Entertainment, and to the people at Level Up Entertainment. They're a great store. If you haven't been, they're in the Hamilton Mall, right next to, they got a punk rock store too, next to them. So between that, you got comics, you got punk rock. It's kind of a cool mall. It's coming back. I think it's going to be the last mall standing. So check out the Hamilton Mall and Level Up Entertainment. And if you do today, tell them I sent you and make me look good. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.